Hi everyone, I'm Tristan, and today we're going to improve your Toeic score. Yes, we will. We are going to learn key Toeic tips and key Toeic skills to improve your score. How? We are going to answer two difficult Toeic questions, and I'll show you how to easily answer them. So here's the first question. First of all, notice this statement is passive. That means this TOEIC statement starts with the object. We have she was blank to the hospital, and we have verb ed. So this is an object. Object was verbed to the hospital. If we wanted to make it active, we would say someone or something verbed her to the hospital. Okay, so first eliminate B, factor. When you use factor as a verb, you need a preposition after it. 99% of the time, it is factor into. And this means help cause, contribute to, play a role in. For example, if I said his hard work factored his success, this is wrong. Correct? His hard work factored into his success. Another example, the freshness of their produce factored into my decision to shop at the grocery store. So it affected my decision. If I say the freshness of the produce factored my decision, there is no into, so this is wrong. So we can remove factor because there is no into here. There's no into. And whether it's active or passive, we need into after the verb factor. Next, remove prescribed. Now, a common form of prescribe is a doctor prescribes medicine to a patient. So the doctor prescribed Tylenol 3 to the patient, or the patient was prescribed Tylenol 3 in passive voice. So if we look here, we do not have any medicine. It does not say before she was prescribed a drug or before she was prescribed treatment. So we can eliminate prescribed. So now we have A and C. Well, the best answer here is A, admit. Admit has two meanings in English. The first is to agree that something is true. However, you might be embarrassed or ashamed about this. And this form is someone admits to noun or someone admits to verb ing. An example, she admitted to theft. She said, I stole something. Or she admitted to stealing the purse. She said, I stole it. The other meaning of admit is allow someone to enter. It's usually formal. For example, the university admitted 1,000 students last year. So 1,000 students were admitted to the university. Or the private club admitted new members last year. So new members were admitted to the club. So let's go back and look at this TOEIC question. Before the doctors admitted her to the hospital, so they said, you can enter. Passive voice, before she was admitted, you can say by the doctors, you can take it out though, to the hospital. So once again, the best answer is admit because a hospital will admit patients. They will allow them to enter. So patients will be admitted. Let's look at one more question, 111. Take your time. This question is about vocabulary and grammar. First, let's look at the words thorough, thoroughly, and thoroughness. Now remember, this is not through. We are not saying I walked through the house or he went through the tunnel. This word is thorough. Notice the pronunciation. Thorough is an adjective. It means detailed. It describes something that is done completely. There is a lot of focus on small details. For example, the police investigated the crime scene. They collected and looked closely at all the evidence. So the police conducted a thorough investigation of the crime scene. So a thorough investigation is a detailed investigation. If we look at one more example, the report gave me small details about the event. So it was a thorough report. Now, when we use the adjective thorough, it is commonly followed by these nouns. So you can see an example, it was a thorough study, or he did thorough research. Let's look at one adverb of thorough. The adverb of thorough is thoroughly. And remember, an adverb describes an action, an adjective, or another adverb. Here are some examples. The police thoroughly invested the crime. So thoroughly describes the verb investigated. So they did a thorough investigation, they thoroughly investigated. Or he is a thoroughly trained martial arts expert. So he knows a lot of details, and thoroughly is describing the adjective trained here. Now, finally, thoroughness is the noun. Remember, words that end with ness are 99.99% nouns, such as happiness, sadness, fitness, cleanliness, etc. If we look at C, thoroughbred is just a type of horse. So immediately eliminate C, thoroughbred. So a thoroughbred is like a very successful, pure horse in racing. We are not talking about horse racing, so eliminate C. So now we know it's A, B, or D. Now always read the whole sentence to get the overall idea. We've got the idea that we have a noun clause after by. So you have how blank subject verb. If you have this, you will have an adjective or an adverb. So we can immediately eliminate B. But let me give you an example. I was surprised by how quickly he could run. So that is how adverb subject verb. It is describing run. I was surprised by how quick he was. So he was how quick. He runs how quickly. In this situation, we use quick because we are describing he. We are not describing the run. We are describing the man. So we see this Toeic question. We know that we have A or D. Well, when we look at the Toeic question, it says how blank the reporter was with her research. Which is correct? The reporter was thorough or thoroughly? Well, the answer is D, thorough, because we are describing the reporter. The biggest clue is the be verb, was. If it said how blank the reporter did, conducted, analyzed her research, you would pick thoroughly because it would be describing the verb. But here we are describing the reporter. The reporter was thorough. So once again, the best answer is D. Well, thanks for watching today. We've answered two difficult questions. We've learned some key rules, and hopefully you've improved your TOEIC score and overall English. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.